I want to go to somebody who knows not just this state well, but this campaign well, a former 2020 candidate himself, somebody who has endorsed Joe Biden for the nomination, Congressman Seth Moulton of Massachusetts. And Congressman, we brought you on to talk about something else, but I got to ask you about this developing news as we speak. Elizabeth Warren out of this race. Your reaction?
Well, she brought a unique and distinct voice to this field. There's no question. But one thing that we hear across the country from literally every Democrat is we've got to get together to unify to beat Donald Trump and then unify this country again. And I think what you see right now is Senator Warren being a team player.
Do you hope that she makes an endorsement, A, in the next 5 days, and B, that it's your guy?
Of course. She would be wonderful to have on Team Biden. And I think that increasingly Americans across this country, Democrats from all sides of the political spectrum, are seeing Joe Biden as the unifying leader that he is. He is the person who can take the fight to Donald Trump and make sure that we win this election. And then, as I said before, bring this country back together again. That's what we need right now in America. And having Senator Warren on Team Biden would be tremendous.
So let's say she doesn't do that, Congressman. Let's say she does end up endorsing Senator Sanders, with reporting this morning that there's been pressure on her, discussions between those two campaigns. If she does decide to throw her support behind Senator Sanders, how much of a blow is that to the former vice president?
Look, I'm not a pundit, so I can't tell you the exact answer to that question. All I know is that all the momentum right now is with Joe Biden. The vice president is the person who's out there to beat. The vice president is the person who continues to gather support. I'll tell you something interesting. Every single Warren voter that I know many from Massachusetts, has told me over the past week that they're shifting their support to Biden, not to Sanders.
Congressman, I know you have to sprint to a vote, and we were a little late getting to you, so I appreciate you hanging out. But before I let you go, I've got to quickly ask you about that coronavirus briefing you were in before we get back to talking about Elizabeth Warren. Are you satisfied with the way that President Trump himself is leading his administration's response?
No, absolutely not. The president is completely making light of this. He says that a cure will appear like a miracle any second, that we'll have a vaccine right away in a very short amount of time. None of these things are true. The American people know that they're true. But increasingly, I do see the rest of his administration getting their act together, working with Congress and making sure that we have a unified, science-based approach to solving this challenge for America. We need to see more of that from the president. We need to see more of it from the vice president, too, frankly. I mean, let's remember, this is the vice president who, when he was in Congress, voted against needle sharing program, a vote that made the HIV epidemic worse than it had to be. So we all got to focus on the science here. But that's what we need to do to make sure we beat this virus.
Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel. Why don't you subscribe? It's really easy. Just click on that button down there. And for more news from MSNBC, click on any of these videos here for the latest interviews and highlights. You can get more videos from MSNBC with our newsletters. Head over to msnbc.com/newsletters to sign up.